Greetings from the garden and the beautiful mountains of western North Carolina and our little town of Bryson City. Today is the new moon, it's Labor Day, and as summer is winding down and the crops and things that I've been growing are starting to wane, with the new moon it feels like it's just full of promise. I have a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, and right now there's a big new chapter is coming for me. I'm over the moon excited that I'm going to be taking a class. It's at our local community college that's going on for like 2 months, and it's going to be a wood-fired clay class. So it's salt and wood-fired clay, and if anyone knows me or has been following along for very long, you'll know that I am absolutely passionate about clay. That was probably my first great love, and the medium that I was just committed to for a very, very long time. And also why I took to the precious metal clay so well was because I had such a strong background in clay. So tomorrow I'm going to school. I'm going to 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 until 5. I'm going to be in a classroom setting, no doubt with a mask, which, oh well, that's what it is. But classroom setting, making a new range of something that's all going to be fired in a wood-fired kiln that's on the grounds of the community college, which is an incredible resource to have a wood-fired kiln at our little community college. So I'm just over the moon about that. I've also got the indigo project is ongoing. Indigo is continuing to grow. The pigment, I'm still waiting for the pigment to settle, so that's that will follow. That takes as long as it takes. The things that I've got going, things in the garden, so I'm going to follow this with a little scenes from the garden, but for now I thought I'd kind of update you on what's going on with me. So I'll be harvesting and collecting downed leaves. It's windfall time to start collecting fall leaves, and looking forward to doing botanical prints and then over dyeing with the indigo, which some of the things that I did in the last couple of years have just been stunning. So I'm looking forward to doing that. The garden, I just put in the new trellis here for the sugar snaps. I've planted some comfrey, so I'm looking forward to starting in some medicinal herbs and doing more with that, and thinking about expanding. I've got lots of wood, lots of logs to build more raised beds. So and I don't know what I have here, a 1/4 acre maybe of space I can fill up, hopefully over the, not going to be in a hurry, but I'm looking forward to filling it up with just who knows, it's gonna be an adventure just to see where I go with that. So dyeing is in the future, pots are in the future. I'm looking forward to all of that, all of those new things. I've got tools. I've been collecting tools. Another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching myself how to carve spoons. So that should be an adventure. I got my new axe. I'll share some video of that. I've ordered it's called a bearded axe, and I ordered that from Bulgaria, handmade. It's on Etsy. So I have lots of protective gear. So I've got gloves and all that sort of thing to protect my hands, because I'm not foolish enough to think that I'm going to be immediately adept with all the tools. So I have a gouge knife, and I've got a couple of different kinds of knives for carving. I have stacks of not logs, but saplings and things that I'm looking forward to trying. And so I have these ideas, and so it's all going to tie in together. There's going to be in all of these things, there's going to be indigo, and with the spoons and the pots, and I'm looking for ways. This is keeping me up at night. last night my mind just, I lay down in bed and my mind just immediately starts planning, the pots that I want to do, and how do I want to decorate them, and how is that going to tie in with the spoons, and how is that going to tie in with the indigo, and and it's all, it's all going to miraculously come together, I know, but right now it's keeping me awake at night. But I'm hoping once I start class tomorrow that some of that my mind racing thing will calm down once I actually get my hands back in the clay. So, time to trim the fingernails and haul out my clay tools that have been hidden away for years and have gotten very little use. But it's a new chapter. It's a new moon. It's a new chapter. It's I'm just so excited and can't wait to share it with y'all and enjoy the little scenes from the garden here, and just as we follow along with that, and keep following me. I am so appreciative. I am just always I say over the moon, but I really am just super appreciative of folks joining along as I keep on tending my handmade life, and we'll just keep on keeping on. Thank you. Blessings. So while much of the garden is waning, the marigolds are still just going crazy. And I still have tomatoes. The Roma tomatoes are hanging in there, and there's lots of them on the vines. But I hope that all the rains that we've had lately are not going to just kill everything off. But for now, they're just beautiful. And then I harvest the marigolds. The flowers are just beautiful in botanical prints. I soak them in iron water, and then they just make the most gorgeous prints. It ends up being kind of a bronze, really beautiful. Aren't those colors just amazing? And then onto the morass that is the indigo patch that has just been covered up by what I thought was going to be these beautiful big morning glories. And those are my saffruticosa blooms, and pretty much covered up with these teeny weeny little morning glory. Well, the leaves are huge, but the morning glory flowers are tiny, along with goldenrod and just a ton of morning glory leaves. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I thought it would be pretty with all the morning glory blooms, but since the flowers turned out to be tiny and pretty much invisible, and then I had nasturtiums growing in there, and I thought the different leaves, and the morning glory leaves, and nasturtium leaves, and the indigo leaves, I thought they all looked very pretty together, but it's pretty much got into be just a mess. Yep, as I was saying, the word morass seems to be the best word to describe the current situation in the garden. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted, and now it was now it's gone, or yes, now it's gone, or soon to be, thank goodness. But now that I've got most of the morning glories cleared out and the weeds around the edges, I need to do a little bit more clearing. All of that's going into the compost pile. And I'm not really a fan of motorized weed eaters and all of that sort of thing, so I pull out the handy swing blade, whatever. But you really need to be fully covered to do this, because that blade is really sharp, and I really would not want to be whacking my leg with that. But it does the job. Much better. And And I'm really happy with what I started off with this year, my first garden in our new home. It's not huge, but it's been pretty productive. And I have lots of logs for more raised beds, so the garden will be expanding. And then this is my pile of saplings and branches for my spoon carving. I've got all sorts of things in there, mostly birch, but also mountain laurel and a little bit of holly. And I've got enough to keep me busy for years. And I've collected some nice books. So the books along with YouTube videos, how does anybody learn how to do anything anymore? So that's going to be me. And I got this great little toolkit. It was, I'll put links to the books and the toolkit, but there's the spoon carving gouge little knife, and or that blade. This one is, I'm not sure what all of these knives are for, but I will be finding out. They're all very sharp, so I need to be very careful. But the kit came with these blades, the couple of different blades, and then the gouge, and then the little roll-up thing. And then I also got these leather finger protectors, and so those will be handy. And then I've got these gloves, so I've got lots of protective gear. And I'm hoping, and then funny thing, the toolkit came with Band-Aids, which I'm really hoping that I don't need, but there they are. So it's got everything, and we'll just see. I'm looking forward to trying it out. That's something I've never done. And then here's my big treasure. This is Women with Axes. So I ordered this off of Etsy, and it's handmade. It's called a bearded axe, and it came from Bulgaria. The leather sheath for it is quite snug, so I need to be careful, but I love the ergonomic handle, and it really does have a nice weight to it. I have yet to try it out, but I think I'm going to, and it is wicked sharp, so I really do need to be careful, but it really is a thing of beauty. And now if I can just get it back in the sheath without hurting myself. But I'm really excited about my new axe and about all my projects that I've got coming up. Spoon carving, clay, indigo dyeing. It's a whole world of possibilities. It's a new moon and very much a new chapter. So stay tuned. I think it's going to be grand.